Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Thomas's Reading Room. We have decided that in doing a chapter, reading a chapter from Trip Across the Pond, Personal Vietnam Experience, we just have time to do the chapter, and we run 17 minutes or so. It takes a long time to upload into YouTube, and after we've even converted to a smaller size. So we'd like to do a couple or maybe three 5-minute videos, and so we can tell a little bit about the author, Thomas DuGan. I know a lot of people have a lot of questions sometimes. And again, for those that are first viewing this before the others, this is the book, Trip Across the Pond. You see the front. I designed this. And the story was here to tell the people, the cover of the book, that war doesn't start when you're 18 and you go in the military. We start you right away. And here you see the pond, the ship, the little boy, and that's going a trip across the pond, which was a saying that was used during World War II, going across the Pacific, trip across the pond. This was one book, and we're doing that. We're reading a chapter of this book now. I just set it up, you know, and here, and then also a book that we've done after that is Abstract Thought and Profound Quotations. You'll see this book here. We will be doing reading out of this book after Trip Across the Pond. And the front cover, all the artwork was created by me. I have the original artwork of this, which is absolutely fascinating of the universe. Also, another book here that we did was Through the Eyes, a 2-year adventure story through America, as you can see. And a very lovely lady close to Reno, Nevada, did the watercolor drawing. And Bud Fisher, who is extremely famous for photography, well-known, renowned, did the photograph of the car, and the car's name was Howard. And we'll be doing that also. So you have a lot to look forward to in Thomas's Reading Room. But I also had a manuscript that I had created, and I've had it, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years or something like that, and for some reason just don't want to publish it. So all I can do now is give you basically the camera-ready text, and it's Through the Eyes, an adventure in Nogales, Mexico. Oh, this is a whopper for you guys that really want to know about the border towns. Let me tell you, there is not a book that you're going to find anywhere that's like this here, and I think we're going to publish it soon. Hopefully we can. So anyway, basically, we want to get back, checking the time here, we want to get back here a little bit about the author and the way that I do books. And people write outlines and write down on paper, this and that. They all have the suggested ways of creating your story. On me, everything is done in my head. I program everything in the brain, in the conscious, and pass it into the subconscious. And I don't really write anything down. And I figure out how many pages I'm going to use, how many chapters I'm going to have in the book. And I figure out whether I'm going to do an introduction, do a prelude, a foreword, just what. I plan it all, and then I start from the beginning, the very beginning. I start with the introduction, whatever it is, and I go through the contents, the copyright, the whatever, blah, 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 and and then I start the book, and I go right through it till I get to the end, and that's it, and it's all done from the brain. Nothing is written down, and that's Thomas Kipley DuGan. I was born with the abilities, folks, to be able to observe me, observe the observed, an extraordinary ability, and it allowed me to have tremendous perception, tremendous sight in seeing things from outside. It also created a very, very different kind of individual. So I've always wanted to express myself. From my family line, we're all artists. We're very, very creative people. I'm fortunate, I have Armenian blood in me, and maybe a little German, and maybe a little Irish, and maybe a little bit of French. But everybody was very creative. They were musicians, and so we were all very, very talented people. And I always wanted to write. I always wanted to speak. When I was 18 years old, I got this old beat-up recorder because I didn't have much money. And I would start talking into the recorder because somehow I just seemed to be driven this way. And in '71, I wanted to write a book. 1971. Didn't happen. Okay, so now we're in 5 minutes, so we got to conclude this video. And look, there's going to be another one right below it. So keep in.